Is there any law anywhere that punishes a person hurting someone else mentally? Mental harassment refers to the intentional infliction of emotional pain, suffering, or distress upon an individual by means of verbal, non-verbal, or psychological actions. Unlike physical harm, which is often easier to detect and address, mental harm can be more subtle and elusive. However, legal systems across some jurisdictions have recognized the gravity of psychological harm and have enacted laws to protect individuals from such abuse. Historically, mental harassment was given little legal attention, as society primarily focused on physical violence and tangible injuries. However, with evolving awareness and advancements in psychological research, the recognition of mental well-being has come in focus. Many regional legal systems have incorporated provisions that specifically target mental harassment. For instance, the European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR, prohibits inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment, Article 3. In the United States, laws addressing mental harassment vary by state, but generally fall under the umbrella of harassment or stalking statutes. Several states have also enacted criminal laws that specifically address cyberbullying, revenge porn, and other forms of online harassment, which can cause significant psychological distress. The United Kingdom recognizes the offense of harassment under the Protection from Harassment Act 1997. The Act criminalizes conduct that causes another person to fear violence or suffer distress, including mental distress. India has taken significant steps to criminalize mental harassment through the enactment of laws, especially for the protection of women from domestic violence. These laws cover a wide range of behaviors, including verbal abuse, threats, and other forms of emotional harm. Let's talk about types of mental harassment. Mental harassment can be in various forms, including cyberbullying, workplace harassment, emotional abuse in relationships, and hate speech. The legal response to these different forms may vary, but the underlying principles remain consistent, meaning protecting individuals from psychological harm. Proving mental harassment in a court of law can be challenging due to the intangible nature of psychological harm. However, legal systems are trying to recognize the importance of considering the victim's subjective experience, circumstantial evidence, and expert testimony to establish the elements of mental torture. As society becomes more attuned to mental health issues, legal frameworks are evolving to better address mental harassment. In recent years, there has been a growing recognition of the impact of cyberbullying and online harassment on mental well-being. Consequently, many jurisdictions have introduced specific legislation to tackle these modern forms of mental harassment. With the widespread use of digital technology, cyberbullying has become a concern. Many countries have enacted laws to address this issue. For example, the United States has the Cyberbullying Prevention Act, which criminalizes online harassment and imposes penalties on perpetrators. Similarly, the United Kingdom's Communications Act 2003 includes provisions to combat online harassment and hate speech. Emotional abuse of a partner may be a very grave concern which is very different to prove. A romantic partner may keep on abusing their partner, destroying their mental condition, but nobody else may take it seriously. If you come across any such instance, please listen to the victim and try to help them.